ladies and gentlemen, you are joining us tonight at the Nurburgring. This is Super Formula on Racing League Hub. I am your host and commentator Nika, and this is round 8 of the championship. So far we've done a couple of minutes of qualifying. Currently looking at the pole sitter Phil Makonacci. I'm not sure that's spelled correctly, but Phil is in first place at the moment, followed by Smith in second. Gen 2 GSR just got overtaken by X Styles --X. I'm sure we should call him Styles from here on out. Fretty currently in first by 2.133 seconds. And yes, the Racing League Hub is a league racing community you can find on racingleaguehub.com. We race Formula 1, race GT Sport, Super Formula, GT3, and we are currently on 2 platforms, meaning PlayStation 4 and PC. This is then Super Formula, raced on Sundays. We're say one make, or well, one chassis, 2 engine manufacturer class with a couple of teams, and this is currently season 2. We're going into season 3 on Racing League Hub, racingleaguehub.com, and yeah, should be good. We have a couple of teams signed up for next season, a couple of drivers signed up, and a couple of rookies coming in, which should make for a great lineup of drivers. This is obviously the GP circuit of Nurburgring, once named the Green Hell, and old Nurburgring, or the Nordschleife, which is then hasn't been raced in Formula 1 for a while, and I don't think Super Formula races this track at all. But this variation of the track, or should I say the name, Nurburgring, is the one raced by 1 cars and not the one nicknamed the Green Hell, which is actually an extension of this track currently. Well, not an extension. Some people say that this part of the track is the new track, whereas the Green Hell is the old track, which is then currently used in VLN and RCN and a couple of other classes as an extension, or then however you want to take it. Either this is the extension or the other one is the extension. I don't know what I'm talking about at the moment. We're in Germany, in Japanese Formula cars. Phil then currently in 3rd, Styles in 4th, Gen 2 GSR in 5th, the 2 US drivers, Brumadinho in 6th, having suffered, well, not suffered perhaps, but he is now having to use the 6 ticks from last race since he won it, so he is down on performance or down on weight, as the other ones are more or less on more powerful or lighter cars. If we look at the live timing, we can see Fretty up in first, covering Smith by 0.687 seconds. Still followed close behind, 1 second behind the Honda, as opposed to Fretty and Smith, who are in the Toyota. Then close up behind is Bruma, 1.2 seconds behind, or the gap to the leader is 1.2 seconds. He's also in a Toyota. Styles is currently 1.6 seconds behind, and Gen 2 GSR is 4. Setups are of course locked as the league runs a style which is theoretically the cars are the same, but you do gain some or lose some performance according to the performance of your last race. Now there's 16 minutes left of this qualifying, and it is a tight one. So let's have a look. So you cannot choose your tires, as well as the overall setup of the car. I think what the drivers are looking for in this qualifying session is somewhat of a tow or slipstream from the car in front. As we see Emilius going deep on into the first corner, battling it out with Gen 2 GSR in a VAR Honda, should I say, inspired livery. It is actually a really cool livery. This Gen 2 GSR comes, yeah, or thereabouts. Is about to enter the corner shaped like a spoon or the hairpin. There's quite a lot of traffic in front of him, which is currently led by Phil, whose tires look a little bit like they have some sort of traffic problem. Now last time out we had white tires, this time we have regular type of tires, it seems. As Freddy now currently on pole with a 138.910, followed closely behind by Smith. 0.687 is the gap. Phil currently a second behind, meaning he's 0.4 behind Smith. Bruno then 1.2 seconds behind Freddy. Tiles then 1.4, split. Delius is currently in the pits. Not sure what he's doing. Setting up something, as I will check my screen of information here in the commentary box. We run a lot of high tech here at Racing League Hub, relying a lot on mobile technology. Let's have a look. Yep. So we're back. Or I am back. The stream's been going on for a while. The championship obviously is on grabs for Bruma, who currently leading the championship and has a bit of a benefit from his rival not being able to race, I think. His rival is currently occupied with other types of racing and etc. As we see now, currently a yellow flag means somebody's gone out. Bruma has then pit for another set of tires. He's on a half a tank of fuel and wants to challenge that pole time of Fretty, who wouldn't. Smith then currently 1 second off of the time, followed closely by Phil, who is 1.4 behind. Ruma then 1.6 behind. Obviously has those 6 ticks, meaning he has a little bit less performance or a little bit more weight in the car, but we have a long race to go, so let's see what's gonna happen. We're missing a couple of drivers tonight, a couple of new drivers like Styles, who wasn't here last week. Probably not a new driver, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with all the faces, but he's looking strong in 5th at the moment. Emilius then looking for some pace in 6th. I don't think he has shown everything he's got at the moment, probably looking for that last piece of tarmac to get him into a better lap time. Gen 2 GSR then, I don't know what has happened. He is running right about the correct or optimum amount of fuel, fairly fresh tires, as we see a best sector from him. So let's go on board with him as he goes into the first sector of the track, right now closing in on the hairpin. We can actually onboard camera for this lap. I'm not sure if that helped anything. So I'm trying to see. I can't jump on board with him for some reason, probably due to me not being very familiar with the game. I'm sorry about that. But Gen 2 GSR then kicking the cone to the side, saying, I'm on a lap, don't talk to me, cone. He's just about to cross the finish line now, coming in. A142, what do we have? He's a little bit slower than last lap, maybe he made a mistake. One thing, he does have Phil closing in on him. Does he shut Phil out? No. Ooh, as Phil has a bit of a moment there, keeping the car on track and then doing his celebration donut as he is setting up for another lap. Suddenly I've lost the information. That's me again. Yeah, so the grid looks the following at this very moment. Fretty in first, followed by Bruma. The gap is now 0.591 seconds, followed by Smith 0.826 behind. Phil then 1.434 behind. We knew he had a little bit of a mishap there on that lap. Haven't seen his best yet. He is probably gonna use a little bit more fuel and maybe go for a fresh set of tires. Emilius then 1.4 behind. He has found a little bit more in that from that car at this very moment. Nothing, of course, is settled. We still have 7 minutes and 50 seconds as Styles goes 6/10 quicker than his last lap. He is in the champion sponsored. Could we have a look at the timing then? He is in a Toyota, whereas Gen 2 GSR is in a Honda. Both of them then struggling a little bit at the moment, but we haven't seen everything yet. Emilius is in the pits with 100 full tank of fuel. as I am corrected in the comments, Short is actually leading the championship. He is away this week, so Bruma can close in on that championship gap. He is gonna find it hard to seal the deal, I think, since he has those performance sticks, and at the moment looking to be out qualified by both Fretty and Styles. Styles now setting the lap time we were expecting. It's a 1:37.473. Beats everyone, but we haven't seen the end of it yet, as I will take a quick break to check out my technical problems in the commentary box. So at the moment we're stuck in one view, I'm sorry about that. We're back, and we are gonna stay on board with Styles for a second. First, splitting or leading Fretty by 0.27 seconds. Styles then setting another quick lap. It's a 1:37.473, as we are getting to the final stages of the qualifying, meaning the cars will be quicker, there will be a lot more grip on the circuit, as well as the fuel amounts have gone down, so basically you will be able to pit fuel as much as you want for the remaining 4 minutes, meaning about 3 laps. Well, 1 or 2 laps if you count the out lap, which you should, because yeah, I am not sure what's going on, but with Emilius I left the track. Hope you will be able to join the race, as Phil, that's a personal best, and Styles set the personal best now being 0.6 seconds quicker than Fretty. Now the following 3 minutes will be crucial for the qualifying, so I think I will jump on board the car that is first on track, and then we will jump back to whoever crosses the line after. Smith then currently in 4th. He is on the soft tire, which is the only tire we can use here. All of his overtake, it seems. This car obviously being turbocharged. His gauge can be seen next to the overtake gauge, and I'm not... Can we get the... Yeah, here we go. We can change the camera as Smith goes in for the gain, and he's going to pit, so we're going to jump on board the next car, which is Phil. Phil, I think, is teammates with Smith. if I'm not mistaken, which I might be. They are then driving the Honda as I'm trying to figure out. Both of them are pitting. How about... could be that... no. Let's go on board Bruma then, since he's starting a lap. Currently low on fuel. Nice on the tire. Sets a lap and he is now not gonna set another lap. Was a bit of a calculation from my side. Smith then. I think he's on an out lap. So yeah, either he is teammates with Phil or not. They run similar type of liveries. But I think perhaps not. Smith then on about a quarter tank of fuel with a minute to go. I think he might be the last one to cross the line in time, unless Bruma is low on fuel. He's not gonna cross the line. Gen 2 GSR cutting it close. Phil then... oh well, let's see. We're going aboard with Smith for SMJT 189. The lap, as he is then in the chicane at the moment, coming in for the start-finish straight. The halo is then obstructing the view, as he will be the last one to set a time, well, start a new lap. It's gonna be interesting. He has all the grip he wants or needs, and currently on the soft tire, going through the first complex of corners. First, second, then is a bit up on the time, 0.4. That would, however, mean still doesn't improve. He might be able to gain third in the qualifying, as he now finishes the second sector on the uphill section of the track, going just under the Gran Turismo bridge, now into the chicane. Tight left and right hander, followed by a bit of an uphill. Uses a bit of sander there into the last chicane of the track, cutting it clean now, taking a wide entry as he is about to cross the line. Let's have a look. He doesn't improve, unfortunately, but this is, however, just about the end of qualifying. I think we still have one driver about to finish the lap. Gen 2 GSR is still on a lap. He's 0.2. So that's not... yeah, that's the confirmed results. I'm sorry about that. Yep. So we're going into the final of the Super Formula Series Round 8 at the Nurburgring. This is Racing League Hub, and you will be following us for a race of 30-minute long race, led by Styles. Second is Fretty, third is Phil, Smith is in fourth, Bruma is in fifth, Gen 2 GSR in sixth. I think Emilius is currently not taking part due to some technicalities. Let's hope we get information on that in a bit. We go into the first corner. The race is led by Styles, then followed by Freddy, who is attacking into the first corner, unfortunately on the outside into the second corner, followed closely behind by Bruma, then Smith. Now let's have a look if we can jump on board, or actually do we have a... how do I do that? I don't, apparently. Then Freddy then getting squeezed there by Bruma, ghosting a little bit. Now attacking Bruma is apparently gone. Does that mean we have a restart? Stop please, please. I think we're gonna have a restart, but Freddy is currently leading the non-restarted race, so I will come back to you in 1 second with the real race, including Emilius. Yes, Freddy says every race on this game have been some problems with the lobbies, but perhaps there will be a fix soon, as I am then only waiting for the race to start. As Style says, that's FIA style. Okay, yeah, we're gonna restart the race and see how that goes. I will be back with you in 1 second. We are then restarting the race. Styles then in first, Freddy in second, Phil in third, Smith in fourth, Bruma in fifth, Emilius in sixth, and Gento GSR in seventh. The lights are green and we are off. Styles then being the leader of the race, getting 2 dives up the inside, as Freddy has to defend from Smith, as well as Bruma then currently in third, Smith in fourth. I'm trying to find a setting which I cannot at the moment. Yeah, here we go. So, Fetty then in second, followed by Bruma. I think we're gonna go on board with Smith because he has the best view of the top three. He is followed then by Phil, and Emilius in sixth, going for a dive into the hairpin. A little bit too far behind, but making the best of it on the exit now, then powering on. Let's have a look if he can catch up to Phil. Probably not at this very moment. Phil then chasing Smith as Smith is chasing Bruma, and there have some gaps have formed now during the first lap. As somebody is actually spamming my phone in a degree I don't understand. Emilius then dive bombing a little bit Phil. That didn't work out, nobody got damage, and the gap then between Styles and Fretty is 1.7 seconds at the moment. Bruma then net 4 seconds behind Styles with those ticks, performance downgrades if you like. As this really is turning out to be an exciting race. Let's have a look. We can take a look at the timing screen at the moment with the gaps. Fretty now in second, Bruma in third, Smith in fourth, Phil in fifth, and the fastest lap then being held by Styles, although Fretty has set the fastest second sector. We are going on board with Bruma at the moment, dropping back a little bit. Fretty then again dropping, well, maintaining a gap of 2.2 seconds or thereabouts. Styles, and I think the closest battle at the moment is Gen 2, GSR and Phil. Gen 2 GSR then in the slipstream of Phil, closing in on the chicane. Phil has a little bit of a slide on the exit. Will that compromise him? Shouldn't. We are looking then on board with Gen 2 GSR, who currently runs in 6th, following Phil, or chasing down Phil into the first corner. This first corner you can take many entries and many exits to it. It is followed by the second corner, which might limit your overall first sector, but both of these drivers then taking a similar line, and gaps stay just about the same. Phil then in some clear air, whereas Smith is now chasing down Bruma. I think Smith and Smith might be teammates with Short, and I have been informed that Bruma needs second or higher in the race to seal the championship. Which is currently not looking an impossible task, but it's not gonna be easy for the Swiss driver tonight. He has to overtake Fretty then, who is currently 4 seconds off the driver in first. Styles in the champion liveried car, making a lot of progress on that. Those first 4 laps he has made about a second a lap compared to Fretty, who is then in second with some damage. Could Could that have been from the first lap, perhaps? Let's see, does Smith have damage? Yes, on the left-hand side, and Pretty has on the right-hand side, meaning damage could have been from that contact. Between the two, Gen 2 GSR then has a bunch of free air in 5th, Phil in 6th, no damage, cruising along. Let's have a look if I can manage to change the camera angle this time. Yes. Emilius then apparently has hit since he's 48 seconds behind on a fresh set of hard tires. Interesting. He might be going to the end of those. As we go to your race leader, then Styles in first, leading the race by 5.1 seconds. The gap is going down a little bit. Watching him. The noticeable thing about the cars in first and second is obviously that with no damage, Styles has a lot less left front tire wear than Pretty, who has to rely on that left front a little bit more due to the suspension damage, I think. As we see Bruma in the Red Bull liveried Toyota in third, currently 10 seconds behind the leader of the race. I think the strategy here for Bruma is to secure as many points as he can in the remaining 22 seconds. Does have that benefit of having no damage during the pit stops, but then again has less performance. So it'll be interesting to see once these cars pit whether they stay in for second and third, or if they have to swap positions due to that pace. See, currently the fastest lap is held by Styles in first. He has built up a proper gap to Ferretti in second. Some of it due to the damage. We're not sure at the moment. Maybe someone is actually saving tires. Phil then in sixth in the green Texaco liveried car. As I said last time, this is a championship where all the chassis are built by Dallara, and the only difference between the cars, at least in the game, is the engine manufacturer, who is either Toyota or Honda, meaning that one of the big Japanese car makers are building the engine for these cars. Obviously both of them known from a bunch of different motorsport on an international level, being some of the biggest car manufacturers in the world. Toyota known for a lot of different things, Honda as well. Sadly, Toyota is currently not active in Formula 1. Let's see if that changes someday. This sport then being the Japanese Formula Series. Some of the famous European drivers that come to mind are Jenson Button, who is a former F1 driver. As we see then, Styles building that gap to Ferretti. Ferretti then boxing this lap. He is running a little bit low on that left front tire. No, he had some damage. I think he's gonna fix it. I think we will see a tire change and a refueling. The moment then carried out by the Toyota team. Freddy then has set the hard tire on the car with a full tank of fuel, gonna chase down the rest of the pack. Now he has a bit of work to do, being 37 seconds behind the leader. If the gap was 7 seconds, that would mean the pit stop is about 30 seconds. Meaning, if Bruma pits now, he will still be behind Freddy, but not having any damage and half a tank of fuel, could be looking at some close battles come end of the race. As I mentioned before, you're watching Racing League Hub Super Formula. This is our newest addition to the league, and Styles boxing then, and we will go on board who we think might be the net leader after this lap. That might not be the best camera angle. Bruma will not pit this lap. He is in the lead, and by my calculation he's going to be about 12 seconds in front of Styles. Since Styles didn't appear to have any damage, we don't know. He is pitting for a medium tire, and how much fuel did he put in? Almost a full tank, meaning 17 minutes should be enough for that. He will be on a quicker tire. The gap then to Freddy now currently 10 seconds, meaning that repair of Freddy's took about 3 or 4 seconds, and he is then 4.9 seconds behind Style. Oh wait, 10 seconds, sorry. Having lost 3 seconds in the repairs. There's some ground to cover up, but a bit more fuel, and the overtake seems to be in the same position, so gonna be interesting. I think theoretically Styles is quicker currently. The interesting part is what will Bruma do and what will Smith do in front. They have a gap of 9 seconds to Styles, so he should be about 15 seconds behind him. Bruma should be about 15 seconds behind him, meaning I think he's losing time by not pitting at the moment. But who am I to say? I am not driving the cars at the moment. As we see Smith then pitting. Some weird lag there. The crew is out. It is dropping back by a couple of positions due to the drivers not having pitted. Just like Formula 1, this is a one tire make series. They all run Yokohama tires. A fresh set of tires going on the very green car of Smith that has some repairs done to it. He exits the box on the medium tire, as the gap between GSR and Bruma is now 9.4 seconds. Biles then catching up to, or actually I think he might be, yeah, he is overtaking Gen 2 GSR around the outside. That was an ambitious attempt, but the ones we like to see on fresher tires. With more overtake to use, he is currently then chasing down Gen 2 GSR, who hasn't pit, obviously suffering from a little bit more tire wear than Styles at the moment. Cutting the chicane there on the exit as Gen 2 GSR pits. That slowed down Styles a little bit. So let's have a look. We have both Bruma and Gen 2 GSR in the pits. Styles then back in the lead. And let's see Freddy exiting the last corner of the race, of the lap. So we should see the formation back to where it was. The gap between first and second is now 12 seconds, meaning that hard tire might have cost Freddy a little bit, but will we have to see? Will Styles have to pit still? I'm not sure about that. The medium tire then obviously being a bit quicker than the one on Freddy's car, but I think this is a strategic move, maybe the alternative strategy. Having had to pit a little bit sooner due to the damage, Phil then currently in third with a bunch of tire wear and half a tank of fuel. He's either using a lot of tire or has managed those tires really well. Seeing as I'm not sure if he's pit yet. I could probably see it from here, although I am a bit blind, so could be. I'm fairly certain that Phil hasn't pit yet. I could be wrong, let me know in the comments. Bruma then currently in 4th, Smith in 5th, Gen 2 GSR in 6th and Emilius in 7th. There is a bit of a battle going on between Bruma and Smith, both having pitted, and they are on the same tire, meaning Bruma is on a bit fresher tires than Smith. However, Smith is catching up and has just set a quicker lap time than he did before. So let's have a look at this battle. The gap then between Bruma and Smith is currently growing a little bit, which is perhaps something we should keep an eye out on for the rest of the race, because the tire wear might be a factor. So if Bruma is now using a lot of his tire and Smith saving some of the tire, there could be a battle at the end. Actually, I'm gonna look at the live timing now to see, theoretically, if Phil hasn't pit, he will be dead last. There must be something wrong with either my maths or me following the race. Sorry about that, but back to the race we go. Styles then, not having raced last race, I think he doesn't have any ticks, which could explain a lot of the performance difference between Freddy, because Freddy is currently losing time, and I think he was third in the last race, or yeah, third or second, or maybe fourth. Third, I think. So he should be, he's therefore punished a little bit, as he does use some of the sand there to gain a little bit more time. Might have cost him a little bit, unfortunately. Phil managing his tires, doing a great job in third. Bruma then having built, since the last time I checked, I think about 0.2, 0.1 to Smith, who I suspect will be attacking Bruma by the end of the race. Gen 2 GSR then, and Emilius running in some clean air. Let's go on board with Gen 2 GSR in the VAR liveried Honda. Currently he has about a third left of his overtake. He is on fresh, soft tires and has half a tank of fuel left. We are currently on board with him and chasing Smith and Bruma, which isn't actually that impossible. He's just 4 seconds behind, catching every lap, as we have 8 minutes remaining, 8.5. Well, 8 minutes and 50 seconds, that is. He's 30 seconds behind the leader, but having driven a constant race, I think we could see some developments in a couple of laps. Seems that he's a little bit quicker in the twisty sections. Does he have less tire wear than the cars in front? No, but he is on the soft, so he has to get a move on to catch them now and be able to attack before his tires run out, which I'd be surprised if he could. Emilius then in 7th, running the hard tire and a different strategy, I'm not sure. He's about 48 seconds behind the leader, but the battle between 4th and 6th might come in handy for Emilius in a minute, because there could be some contact. We are not racing, so we will see. I'm trying to find the correct camera angle. Here we go. Bruma then chasing down Phil. 3rd. Phil must have pit by this point. It must be me. Haven't noticed. It could be that Phil is backing up Bruma into Smith. I'm not sure. Could there be some teamwork going on? As Bruma overtakes Phil at the moment. Phil then in the slipstream of Bruma now with a more powerful car due to the ticks. Smith then again closing in on Phil, and as we see Gen 2 GSR then following closely behind Smith. He has caught up a gap about 3 seconds in a lap, so it should be interesting come started next lap. Can we see an overtake, and will the tires last? That's the question. Smith then being, or actually Smith then harassing Phil, overtaking him, and now Gen 2 GSR, as we see a bit of a slide from Phil there. That could have been the tires, it could have been just a bit of contact with Gen 2 GSR, I'm not sure. Let's boom anything. Phil then currently dropped down to 6th from 3rd. Regards to the championship, Bruma then in 2nd, and Freddie having dropped back from Styles. The championship will not be decided this round if this is the end result, but we still have 5 minutes left. That lady has not sung yet. It is though fairly evident that Styles has a comfortable lead. Oh, no. I was hesitating there. Styles is pitting at the moment. What is he going on to? Because Freddy has the hard tire. He will have a just about 10-second lead, maybe a little bit less, around 8-second lead, while Bruma then is gonna be right under the rear wing of Styles, if my math is correct. Well, my math was not correct. The gap now being 4.6 seconds between Styles and Bruma. The question is, will he be able to catch Styles? And will Smith be able to catch Bruma? Gen 2 GSR then currently doing very well on his tires. The livery does look absolutely great. Smith powering on in 4th, 7 seconds behind the leader, 1.5 behind Bruma. And I think I've missed the battle between Freddy and Styles. I'm sorry about that. Now Freddy back into the lead on the hard tire, Styles on the soft tire. Both have about the same amount of fuel, same colors in the livery. Styles will be able to take a wider line and have more grip on the exit of corners. Right now in the slipstream of Freddy, going into the last chicane of the Freddy, taking the inside line, covering the exit as well, as he gets a nudge from Styles onto the start-finish straight. We do still see Freddy leading the race, but Styles has the slipstream, so come first corner, the one where you can take a very different line. Freddy takes the defensive line, Styles takes the wide line, hits Freddy on the tire. Maybe that was a graphics problem, not sure. And unfortunately, I think Styles has cleared him around the outside. No, he hasn't. Freddy fights back. My voice is completely monotone and not exciting at all. This battle, I'm not doing this battle any justice, unfortunately. As we go into the second sector of the lap, Styles then challenging every second, going around the outside. Outbraking is the name of the game. Oh, as he makes a mistake, or there was some contact, I'm not sure. Styles then dropping back 1.5 seconds. He is still on that soft tire, but he does have a front wing damage. Freddy then having rear wing damage, as I'm in the completely wrong camera. Here we go again. I think we will see the same type of battle into the what could eventually be the last lap of the race. Freddy then having rear wing damage, Styles having front wing damage. They are joined at this very moment by the rest of the pack, meaning Bruma, Smith, Gen 2 GSR. As we enter what could be the last lap of the race. Currently then diving up the inside of Freddy is Styles. Sorry about that, the wrong way around. Styles then going around the outside into the second corner. He has made the move stick, but there could be some discussions after the race regarding the contacts having been made and the damage, as Freddy loses the rear but keeps it. That was actually not loss of the rear, probably a addition of a bit of style into the lap, as Bruma now chasing Freddy. That rear wing damage might be causing Freddy a little bit of trouble, but we will see more when we exit the hairpin. Freddy now accompanied by the number, I'm not sure what number the car has, it's not very clear, but is joined by Bruma, Smith and Gen 2 GSR. The 66 car of Bruma, then followed closely behind by Smith, who gets a nudge from Gen 2 GSR, and Styles then having pulled a 5-second gap to Fretty, has cleared them. This is the last lap. I have confirmation on the screen, as do you. I think that was a bit of a corner cut by Smith there. Bruma then pushing Fretty a little bit, now having front wing damage. They are across the line. Styles is your winner this week. Fretty in second, Bruma in third, Gen 2 GSR in fourth, Smith in fifth. Phil currently gonna finish his last lap with no fuel. Unfortunately, the number 55 car is gonna come in sixth. Emilius in the orange Honda has finished seventh. Are looking at Phil then, currently finishing the race, weaving about on the start-finish line. Well done, everyone. The race tonight was won by Styles. Congratulations. This Monothon Madness was brought to you by Nika, and I will be inviting the drivers for interviews just in 1 second. We are then waiting for the drivers to join. Your winner today was X-Styles --X. Second place was Fretty, and I think third place was Bruma. That was the Nurburgring, and I am joined in the commentary box by Bruma now, and we are still waiting for 2 more drivers to join. This has been Racing League Hub Super Formula, the newest rendition of the game, or of any game to the league, and you can find us on racingleaguehub.com. We run Formula 1. We have Super Formula on Sundays, as well as GT Sport. I am not sure if is Styles gonna join us in the commentary, do you think? Well, anyway, he will be joining us, perhaps. I'm joined with in the commentary box by Fretty and Bruma. Congratulations to you both on a eventful race. Take us through it, Bruma. How was that third place?
Yeah, quite eventful. I had Schmidt behind me all the time, so yeah, I was always looking behind me. And then on the last 2 or 3 laps, I saw Fretty and that other guy in front of me, and I had the chance to win it and to win the championship today, but yeah, I missed out. I need 1 point now, so yeah.
And the as we are actually now then disconnected from the lobby, then the if I understand it, the championship is not decided yet. So I think
no.
Morgan has 1 more win than you.
Yeah, and I needed second place in that race to win it today, so yeah. I
And
need one more point in 2 races, so I think I will do that easily. So yeah.
if we go to the second place man today, Freddie, how was that race? We saw a lot of different techniques and a lot of different overtaking maneuvers in the last few laps and a bit of damage in the start. Could you take us through it?
Yeah, quality was more than happy with the pace. Halfway around the final lap, we were half a second purple, so yeah, that would have been more than enough. Just ran a bit wide and started second. Yeah, first start made it through cleanly, no problems. And then for whatever reason we restarted and got nailed at turn one, so I had to carry damage for the whole first stint. Yeah, that meant we had to go for the hards and just complete mess really. So a bit of a painful race.
Unfortunately, we're not joined by Styles in the commentary box tonight. I think perhaps next week. Both of you were suffering from, well, you had some performance sticks, I think, and that was an eventful race. The championship then still lives on. We have a couple of rounds left, and I myself, I'm very excited to see what's to come. This has been Racing League Hub. It still is, and it will be next week when you join us on Sunday at 7 UK time for the round 9 of Formula. I'd like to remind you that we do run several different games in this league. We have Formula 1 on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 2 different tiers. On both days we have GT Sport currently on break and Super Formula on Sundays. So if you find us, it's racingleaguehub.com, and I wish you all a pleasant evening. I have been your Monotone Madness host, Dika. Thank you for joining in. No, wait.